Episode 1, Gold in OSRS, how to obtain it, and account building. This is the TiedPod podcast. My name is Tied. This is a space where we talk unscripted about our favorite video games, common topics, current events, and all things old school RuneScape. Thank you so much for joining. If you like old school RuneScape and want the RNG gods to bless you, go ahead and drop a like. They say it raises pet chances and rare drops an additional 5%. That's just what they say. Don't ask who. Also, go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an episode or a video. Share it with a friend and tell them after this video, they will stop asking to borrow your bandos and primordial boots. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about gear progression, gold in OSRS, the thing that everyone loves. Who doesn't love a little bit of GP? So we have an open field here, and I'm going to speak my mind quite a bit. We have an open field here, okay? A lot of things to talk about. A lot of places we can start because this is a sandbox MMORPG, and a lot of things to go over. So where should we begin? Let's just think about where we should begin. Gold in OSRS. Let's start there. So gold in OSRS, I mean, right off the bat, Tutorial Island, you're making gold. Now, why is gold beneficial? Okay. Just like in real life currency, gold is used to purchase anything you could think of in RuneScape. It's used to purchase bronze armor. It's used to purchase iron armor. It's used to purchase rune armor. It's used to purchase everything. Down to the runes you use your spells with, everything. Now, the problem most people do run into, and heck, the whole reason for this podcast, don't know how long it's going to go on, but the whole reason for this podcast is because people run into the problem of either running out of gold, not being able to sell items for gold, not even getting items, and it's stopping the progression of their account, or just, I mean, there's a million things that can go wrong if you don't have enough gold. The same thing with money, right? If you're in debt $1 million and you don't have any income, I mean, you're just going to lose everything, right? A little extreme, but yeah, you're going to lose everything. It's the same thing with gold. You can't play the game without it. And that's just it. Unless you're an Iron Man, right? And you make everything. Look, we're not talking about you, Iron Man. There will be an episode for you. Love you just like everyone else, okay? But this is mainly talking about the mains that need gold and don't really know where to start. Maybe even for newer members. And if you're a newer member to the OSRS community, coming back after retirement from when you were a kid, hey, welcome back. Hopefully this video helps you. So gold is the baseline for everything. One of the most beautiful parts of RuneScape, my actually favorite part of RuneScape, it has a full-fledged economy based off of supply and demand and how people want to spend their gold. And I think that's really cool. It's not just vendors and a set price. If something is wanted in the game, that wanted item will have a high price and will be worth getting. 8800, say GZ in the comments. So there, we just talked about gold and how how it's beneficial, what it's for in the game and everything like that. Now, how do you get it? Well, it all depends on the scale you want to get it. So let's start from the ground. If you want to get gold, you can gather resources. So for example, if you want to get your wood cutting up, you can get your wood cutting up. Start at normal logs, build your way up to magic logs, and depending on the gold you're going for, how much you're going for, or the level cap you're going for, 99 or above, you will make gold. Okay? I don't know how much gold you make from 1 to 99, but you'll make gold. Okay? We're not going to go into details about that. This isn't a woodcutting guide, but you will make gold. And so same applies with mining. Same applies with anything you can do in the game. What am I? Rune crafting, hunter even, fishing. If you're bringing items into the game that people will use, you will be making gold. Just like in real life. You make toys, you sell toys. You grow food, you sell food, and you eat it. It's the same thing. So that in itself, I feel like that's a good baseline. Bring things into the game, sell them to people, keep the economy going. Okay. That works on any scale too, but that, just baseline what you can do to, get gold. Really you can jump right into resource gathering and everything like that. Wood cutting, fishing, mining, you name it. Taking it a step up, okay? Because let's face it, things like fishing, things like wood cutting, things like mining, there's a lot of supply. And there will always be a lot of supply because of how much you get during those skills and the amount of people that it's accessible to. So those skills will always be something. It's almost like a McDonald's job, right? Everyone can get one, and that's why maybe you don't get paid the most because you're easily replaceable. So same thing in that sense. You can't be a full-time woodcutter because you're easily replaceable by a normal player or a bot. But we're not talking about the bots in this video. That's maybe for another one. So then you get into things that maybe not a lot of people can do, but I guess maybe a lot of people can do it, but it's just not a lot of people do it. So let's talk about Slayer, right? Slayer is a perfect example. So as you progress into Slayer, you will gain more and more gold. Okay? It's just facts. You will 100% gain more and more gold as your level goes up. Reason being, Slayer is a very slow skill. Not a lot of people have the time nor the patience to get Slayer up. Slayer is going to be the last skill that I get to 99 after all these skills get to 99, just personally. But as you get higher and higher and higher, the bosses, I'm not 99 Slayer, so I don't know too much about it, but I do know the boss GP rates. I do know that. Bosses like Alchemical Hydra, for example, they, a great money maker because it takes, 95 Slayer to get. And I mean, that is definitely without a doubt a big accomplishment. So 95 Slayer gets you Alchemical Hydra and gets you into big boy loot. Now with bosses like that, you can make upwards to, 3 mil an hour, 2 mil an hour. It might even be more than that, but you can make a lot of gold. Why? Because not a lot of people do it, but a lot of the items are sought after. Okay. So things like that, keep that in mind. Cerberus, for example, the primordial crystal, or no, actually, sorry, not the primordial crystal. Is it the primordial crystal? We're actually going to pop this out real quick. It is the primordial crystal. Okay. I thought it was Pegasian. Primordial crystal, 27 mil, 27 million gold. That's a good chunk, especially in one drop in a 2 minute, 3 minute kill, right? That's a big chunk. Why? Because Cerberus is pretty high in the Slayer levels. It is it's up there, 91. And also, no matter if you do Slayer or not, as you can see, I'm 78. I definitely have primordial boots. It's a sought after item that you're bringing into the game. Therefore, it's going to be more money. Okay. So doing things like that, Slayer, even I would say at this point, Zulrah and maybe Vorkath are kind of on the same level as far as that next tier from the ground level of just resource, gathering. So we got woodcutting, fishing, mining, all the normal stuff that you're bringing things into the game that have a huge supply. Then the next tier up, you're going into Slayer, Zulrah, Vorkath. So, those are mid-tier ways to make money. Most people that do only mid-tiers, they may be, depending on the time they put in, obviously, but we're just going to say, on average, they probably have like a 200, 300 mil bank, maybe even more if they bought bonds. But usually around the 200, 300 mil maybe 500 mil bank, depending on how lucky they've got or if they bought bonds. Okay. Now we're going to talk about high tier. Okay. Talking about high tier gold, the big bucks. Okay. The money that, people can only dream of. Okay. The money that people buy bonds for. I mean, truly, the twisted bows, the shadow, full bandos, Torva. I mean, you name it, right? You get the gist. High tier of loot. How do you get that? Well, it's simple. You do the things that not a lot of people want to do. And not the fact that they want to do it, I guess, because raids are actually pretty fun. That's what I'm getting into, raids. But it's something that not a lot of people either know how to get into or are very afraid of it. Okay? Very afraid. I've met tons of people that just, I don't want to fail. I hate failing. I hate dying. It just makes me feel horrible. I rage and then I quit and I get burnout for God knows how long. Raids are in game. Okay, you got raids, got now Desert Treasure 2 bosses, and which, Desert Treasure 2 boss, say that 3 times fast. Desert Treasure 2 bosses. They're new, and they did implement new best in slot rings and stuff. I don't know how long that will last. So you might be watching this video and Desert Treasure 2 bosses maybe went down to mid tier, but right now it's high tier because you can get 7 mil an hour, 8 mil an hour. You can get a lot of money, 6 mil an hour. I mean, that's pretty, that's pretty good. And then also have a chance at 100 mil loot from a boss, which I think that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty high tier. So so DT2 bosses, raids, and I think in here Fasani's Nightmare. Let me just kind of sum it all into one. If it drops over 100 mil or dang near close, it's high tier loot because that 100 mil is a big skip. Let me tell you. So you have that. So you have the bottom level as far as getting money, bottom level, gathering resources, putting them into the game. And then you do have mid tier, gathering mid tier items or high tier items that just, Slayer and all the ones that, you can go back, Zora, Borkath, you name it. And then high tier, you got raids, bosses that drop over 100 mil items, things like that. Okay. I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way. Okay. So without rambling on about all those, I'm trying to, keep it straight here because I definitely can ramble, but yes. So talking about gold and that aspect, that is how you make gold. I mean, it's truthfully that easy. Now, how do you, okay. Well, thanks, Long Tide. Yeah. I'm just going to dive on those bosses. That was perfect advice. No, I mean, you definitely to get into those bosses, you can't go in there naked. So you do need to set goals for yourself here. So, what I recommend is first looking up a guide for anything you want to do. Tombs of a Masket, Chambers of Zarek, Theater of Blood, whatever, Vorkath, even if you want to do mid-tier content, look up a guide and see what the worst gear set you should have would be, and then what the best gear set you should have would be. And the difference between that would be really how fast you kill the boss. So more kills an hour, more loot per hour, and then you make more money. So, but even just doing the lowest gear set, you're progressing your account further than you would on the low tier. So, that's that explains it. Always look up guides. Guides are everything. Okay, the YouTube, OSRS has the best YouTube content of any video game, I believe. It has everything you would need. Heck, I would be probably nowhere near as far into my account as I am without YouTube content because, it just explains so much. And, when Jagex throws out this content, who the heck knows how to do it? Jagex isn't making a video about it, I'll tell you that. It's some legend that finds a way and tells you how to do it, and then you got people optimizing it from there. So But yeah, if you want to know how to do a piece of content, you look up a guide. Look up a guide. And obviously I've really generalized a lot of these tiers here. I said a couple things, but there's really a lot of, it's a broad spectrum of low, mid, and high tier stuff. Not just the ones I've listed, like raids, Fasani, and DT2 bosses. There's I can't think of the top of my head, but go, wiki it. RS Wiki. It's your best friend. Or join a clan. Okay? My number one gold making tip. Join a clan. If you don't know how to join a clan, go ahead and go to the old school RuneScape forum, and there's a whole old school RuneScape clan listing. And this is where people go list their clans, tell you what it's all about. And sometimes they do like raids of the week or boss of the week. And it's like incentive while you're socializing with people, because don't forget, this is a multiplayer game. Look, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, but people are in this game with you and they want to help, they want to be your friend. I've met some great people on this game. So keep that in mind as well. Join a clan, get people, get surrounded by great people. Okay. So, and I'm trying to think if we need to touch up on anything as far as gold goes. This definitely isn't a gold making guide, but I'm kind of setting the foundation for you to go out there and find those gold making guides. So you actually know what you're looking at, because if you didn't tell me why gold is important or what boss and like how much gold is, really worth it, I wouldn't even, I'd look at these money making guides and be like, okay, why would I even watch this? For example, like Fasani's Nightmare. I have a guide myself back when it was really good money, and I got a 500 mil mace drop. That's crazy. That's like someone's full bank, and like I got in 10 minutes. So you want to know what you're looking for here. You want to know, okay, is that boss I'm looking at, is that low tier, mid tier, high tier? Okay, if it says 1 to 3 mil an hour, it's mid tier. If it's over 7 mil an hour, it's high tier. Okay, that's good money, and especially don't even look at the per hour. Look at what each thing can drop. If it can drop a 1 bill item and you get 2 of them in a row, it's probably highly unlikely, but it can happen. You're rich. You got a 2 bill bank. Congratulations. So trying to think if we need to touch up on anything else as far as gold before we move into account building. Let me think. You know what? I ramble on so much. I'm sure if I do remember anything, I'll probably bring it up. So account building, right? You got to have the account to do this content in our beautiful world of Gillinor, right? So how do you build your account? What should your goals be? Okay, let's talk about that. Because I feel like this is a big thing that a lot of people get stuck on. They don't know if, some people want to get the quest cape first, and there's a lot of guides that really tell you to get your quest cape out there. Personally, I have a 3 bill bank and I barely do any quests. I've done quests as they come up. For example, check back in my last video, but I just got 99 woodcutting, and I tell you, Song of the Elves, I just completed it, and it's like it came out 2 years ago or 3 years ago maybe. So I just did it. Okay. So I'm not a big questing guy. I'm not going to be the one to tell you that you need a quest cape first. Now, if you want to find, everyone has like, I think the number one thing with account building is finding enjoyment. That's like a big thing. So for me, being a gamer, I rushed to the end game. I was doing raids with combat bracelets. I was using like rune gloves. Didn't even have my, no, combat bracelet is a glove. I was using the worst stuff. I didn't even have a fighter's torso for the longest time. Okay. Like I rushed the in-game content. Okay. And if you don't know what any of that means, if you're just not far in that game, in the game yet, let me tell you, I was the weakest link. Okay. Like, let's just be honest here. The points were not rolling in my favor. Okay. And in chambers and stuff, I was not the one, getting the purples at first. So, that's just, but that's how I found enjoyment, was not worrying about the little, prerequisites I kind of just dove into the content and found the fun in it myself. And then once I really got into it and found the fun in it, then I was like, okay, let's start min-maxing, right? Let's start taking what we have and boosting it and making this more fun. And then I started doing quests and everything, and da. But if you're somebody that looks at RuneScape and it's like, oh, this is a huge world. I'm not in a rush. I want to take a step back and enjoy just, MMORPG fun. I think quests are a great way to really dive into RuneScape. Have some fun with it. Definitely don't make it a chore. If you're going for Questscape, awesome. Have that goal in mind. But I tell you, one quick way to get burnt out is realizing that if you're not enjoying these quests, you're gonna take a break after after probably like doing 75% of them, because they're not that exciting in my opinion. Okay, like they're not you don't have people talking, you don't have voice actors, there's a lot of room to make these quests more appealing, and it's just not fun. But I recommend maybe even reading the dialogue, maybe even watching videos about why the quests matter, get into the lore, and if you want to do it that way, that's fun. Or if you just want to rush the heck out of Questscape, I mean, have at it. I will say though, like it's not necessary. Okay, if you're talking about making big gold, or even account building, like quests do have a lot of great things. Don't get me wrong. I do recommend doing quests. I mean, obviously don't sit there and don't do any quests, but as far as like account building goes, there's a list of efficient quests too. I do want to point that out. There is a list of efficient quests and like what order you should do them in, from I guess like most useless to most useless. Because I mean, there are a lot of quests where you're just basically getting XP or just getting a quest point, and it doesn't really offer any kind of benefits at all. Even the quests that it's linked to, like a prerequisite quest going into a bigger quest, even sometimes, those quests aren't even that worth doing, just in my opinion. So yeah, a lot of people will tell you to start out with quests. I think you should kind of look at it and see if it's for you. And if it's not, let's talk about that. So if you're not into quests and you don't plan on questing the heck out of your account, get into Nightmare Zone. Okay. Or there's other routes. You can splash. Splashing is still a thing. It's just not as AFK as it was before. If you don't know what that is, and again, this is not a guide, so please go ahead and look at the amazing content on YouTube. But splashing is literally just finding a rat, putting yourself at the worst mage attack bonus that you can possibly imagine, usually with rune armor and a cursed goblin staff, and you sit there and just keep splashing the most expensive spell you can at the rat, and not hitting a thing, but you're still getting the XP for casting the spell. So that's really what it is. And you can sit there and do that for however long you want to. It's going to cost, but it's AFK, and, it's something that, mage is very important. Magic is very important. You have to have magic. Okay. So, either do that, start out with that, or, get your range up. Go ahead and get a cannon. Go ahead and start out with a magic short bow, whatever you need to do. Get your range up. Range is pretty easy too. Just get your cannon. Heck, tie in Slayer with it if you want to. Range, get a cannon, and then chin the heck out of monkeys in the tunnel. It's really easy stuff. I mean, truly, the combat skills in this game are stupid easy. Okay, if you've ever been stuck on 70 combat skills and you're just like, gosh, I don't know what to do from here, I have to get Slayer up. No, just look up an attack guide, a strength guide, defense guide. You get the gist. Look up all those guides, because each one of these skills has a absolutely insane training method. Nightmare Zone's absolutely just crazy. You can AFK for like 10 minutes. I got all my 99 combats, not including mage and range, but all my 99 combats while working back in the day at a retail store. I just left my phone there as soon as OSRS Mobile came out and clicked a potion every 10 minutes, and before I even knew it, I got 99 attack, 99 strength, and 99 defense. I'm talking like maybe in a week I got that stuff. I mean, it was like really fast. So, look up guides, look up the best way to do that. Quests do come in handy there for Nightmare Zone. But yeah, again, you don't have to jam all of it. You don't have to get Quest Cape to do Nightmare Zone. Okay. So first step in account building, if you're not looking into quests, get your combat stats up. I would recommend 99s. Go ahead and knock them out. Why, it couldn't hurt. Some people will tell you, well, don't get 99 because you're going to do Slayer. And it's like, no, like, don't let Slayer be the thing slowing you down to get to in-game content, because it gets super fun at the end. So get your combat stats up. Then after that, I would recommend getting some money. So what do? Boom. You do the quests to do. So back in the day, I went straight into Zulrah. Okay. Learn how to do Zulrah. It taught me a lot of mechanics in the game. Started getting my KC, started getting my loot, my rare drops, the 5 mil, Tanzanite Fang and yada yada. Really got into it and started building my bank. Next thing you know, I had a 50 mil bank before I even knew it, and was just stacking stuff up. Then with 50 mil, you buy your first set of gear, your first switches, and then you just keep going after bosses. That's it. Just keep grinding. At the and really your end goal should be raids. I recommend TOA. TOA is very beginner friendly because you can gauge how hard you want it to be. And then also Chambers of Xeric is pretty noob friendly too. I'm not gonna say noob friendly, but beginner friendly too. I wouldn't recommend shooting for Theater of Blood right off the bat. I would wait for later, because it is kind of hard to get into that. I'm gonna say that it is kind of hard to get into that, and it does cost a lot of money if you die. So just wait on that, but you'll get there, and it's good money as well. So yeah, I mean, those are paths right there. So you either like questing, you go ahead and get the prerequisites done, you get the achievement diary, quest, yada yada, you get all that stuff done, and RPscape is really like that's what I call it, because it's not really it is progressing your account, but really you're more invested into the lore and the game around you itself more than anything. And then there's the berserk method, where you just go insanely hard on your combat stats and everything that hits high numbers, and go ahead and find a team, and we do raids. We do raids as a Discord. If you need to get into raids and learn how to get into raids, go ahead and check out We Do Raids. Easy Google search. It's a great Discord, great people too. But you can dive into those teams, get your combat stats up, go into the teams, boom, boom, pow. You're getting twisted bows, you're getting Kodai ones, you're getting everything, right? I need to take a sip of water. So, I've thrown a lot out here. Let's, take a second here. Stay hydrated. If you're not drinking water, go ahead and fill up. This is the perfect time. I keep a gallon jug at my desk. You got to stay hydrated. But yeah. So the two pathways to account build, and really, I just want to say, without listing out a bunch of ways, let's just go ahead and I'm gonna take those two ways right there of account building, and just leave it at that. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to build your account. Again, we are in a sandbox game. I'm going to stop my XP for a second to show you the beautiful Fossil Island. Apparently, okay, sorry, the beautiful world of Gielinor. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, these are all tiles, right? These are all places that you can go. There's isles. There's places. Yeah, it's a huge world with possibilities, and I mean, really, it's all for you. It's you're the player. Have fun with it, okay? But if you're looking for guidance, I would look at those two paths, because that's I feel like those are two pretty common paths that I see a lot of people choose with their account. But really, it's for whatever you want to do. There's a nice balance of both too. Like, you can do most of the quests, or go ahead and get Quest Cape, right? And then not worry about achievement diaries, not worry about achievement diaries or anything like that, and then just rush your combat stats and maybe not even worry about the other gatherings and stuff. There's a lot of ways you can do that. Gosh, I really think we covered it. I swear I thought this episode would probably be like an hour long, but I think we kind of covered it all here, ladies and gentlemen. That's how to get gold in OSRS and how to account build. And again, this is not a guide, okay? I'm not going to tell you the best methods, best XP rates or anything. This is a foundation, okay? Like, this is how do I, like, I haven't played this game in forever. What's the new updates? How do I get into it? That sort of thing. And looking at it just at a completely surface level kind of way, right? Because I feel like that's very, very helpful, because, if we dive into the nitty gritties and, and really get into it, it's very overwhelming. Okay. And I'm just going to say that. I mean, this game is super, super overwhelming. Heck, even me, trying to grind out max right now, every time I get into a new skill, that I don't know what the updated best XP methods are. I'm telling you, it really overwhelms me, and I don't know. I kind of sit there for a second, and things move slow, but then I get into it and pick the pace up a little bit. It's kind of like riding a bike, right? Take the training wheels off. So yeah, that's it's a big thing. Is definitely take this video and go explore your own account. Go make your money. Just really telling the tiers in the money. I feel like that's a big thing that a lot of people don't talk about, especially if you have a lot of friends that are kind of like in the same level as you. If they have 300 mil banks, you might think that's a lot if you have 100 mil banks. But I'm telling you this from somebody who has a 3 bill bank, and heck, that's not even a lot to compare to a lot of people. I mean, I know people with 10 bill banks, 20 bill banks, like, and that's a lot, in this game. So, but I will say, even with those banks, most of the time it's really just high tier gameplay, right? High tier gameplay, it pays, it really does. So keep that in mind. But I'm running out of steam here. I don't know what else to talk about. I think we covered that, and I mean, hey, 32 minutes, record breaking time. Explain the game of RuneScape, I guess. But I guess the last thing I sound like a broken record here, but please play the game and enjoy it. This is a video game. This isn't our jobs. I really want to stress that so much, because with the grinds in this game, and sometimes how long they do take, it might feel like it is a chore, but just take everything step by step. You don't, there will always be raids. I just got back from a 1.5-year break. There will always be raids. There will always be bosses. Don't sit here and cut your life off to play a video game, because when it's a video game, it's not paying you. Okay. It's not putting food on the table. And two, it could drive you crazy. Just, kind of talking about dopamine receptors and everything like that, right? It really could drive you crazy, because, you're not feeling satisfied. You don't feel like you're accomplishing anything, because it's moving really slow. Take little gains and rock and roll, baby. It's if I could explain it anyway else. I mean, yeah, rock and roll, baby. Just, take little gains and keep on moving, heck, everyone would be at the finish line at the same time, because there is no finish line, right? Okay, I'm rambling now, but thank you so much for watching. This is the first episode. I really do hope that somebody got something from this video, even if it's one person. If it was more than one, God bless. But I do hope you have an amazing time in your game in Gielinor. And also, by the way, I'm not doing herbivores anymore, but if I do actually click the herbivore, I'm usually on world 477 or 444. If you want to come pick up some herbs, I just drop them, like, here, right there. Somebody come pick them up. Boom. Free herbs. Free money. We're talking about gold. Here, I'm giving free. It's a giveaway. Only if you like. I'm just joking. You can come pick it up anyways. But that'll be the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't know when the next episode's coming out, but I will keep it posted. Subscribe, and I will make a community post letting you know what the next topic is and everything like that. And if any current events come up or something, I'm gonna try to cover it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.